Hey guys, I pray that all is well with you guys. I pray that you guys are having a blessed one. Um, I'm going to give you guys this word with a testimony, and I pray that you guys test the spirits to see if this word is actually for you and actually take it to the Father at the end of the message as well. I was given Acts 3:22. Acts 3:22, and it states, "For Moses truly said to the fathers, the Lord your God was raised up you, a prophet like me, from your brethren. Him you shall hear in all things, whatever he says to you." So, someone in you guys' family is being raised up as a prophet. They will be your Aaron to Moses. If you are somebody's Aaron, I pray that you guys actually leave me a comment if you have someone that's in your immediate family or a close friend that's like a Moses or Aaron to you. For myself, my little brother, within the last month, this is how God had worked. So I was called to go and visit my family because a death of a young man had happened, and the young man was he was close in proximity to my family, and he committed suicide. So I was actually in the secret place, but when I found out about the information, and how I found this out was by me just going to work that day. I went to work, and how God worked is He gave so much revelation this particular day. I was in the dining area talking to someone from my church from when I was in high school. First and foremost, I just moved back to the town that I live in. God called me back to this town in April this year. So I moved back. So this lady that works at my job actually used to go to the church that I used to go to when I was growing up. Well, in my high school years. I actually got baptized at the church. So my name was in the program last month because it was my birthday. And I'm still in the program at the church because I'm a member of the church. I was baptized there 9 years ago with water. So the lady said, "Hey, did you hear about the suicide of the young man?" And I was like, "No." She was trying to explain to me who it was, and I'm like, "I don't know who that is." And then she broke it down and she said, "Oh, it's Cece's, my mom's ex-boyfriend. It's his other son." And I was like, "Really?" Because my little sister, that's her brother. This is really a lot, but that's my little sister's brother. And I was like, "That is crazy." So he committed suicide. I walk go pass out some medicine in one of the residents' room because I'm a med technician. I go to the room to pass out the medicine, and there's another lady in there who was familiar with the young man, and she started speaking about how he jumped on her car. The previous year before this, he jumped on top of her car and dented her car in. I walk out of that room, I walk down the hallway, and I see another young lady who went to school with my actual brother. And she told her part of the story. She said she had a class with him, and the teacher was explaining to him why he shouldn't have done what he did. And he couldn't understand why the system was so hard on him, why he had to pay money for the damages to the woman's vehicle that he caused. But all this was tied around this one young man. I was like, well, this is crazy. I'm not on social media right now, and I'm just believing that God don't want me to go nowhere. So when I got that confirmation that this young man passed away, I thought of my baby sister, and she's only 9 years old, y'all. The baby of my mom's 7 kids. She's 9. So I went to go visit my mom's house. I go visit her that night, and my little brother that's 19, he's number 4 of 7, he says, "Can I come with you?" I said, "Sure." And I started talking to him because in the last 3 years, God has used us to help each other up, to lift each other up. There will be times I was down in the faith and he was up, and vice versa. But we never really truly got all the way towards where God needed us to be at. We were like pressing towards the mark, where we weren't quite at the mark. But in the last 2 years, I've been more dedicated than anything. But my brother has strayed away. So I started talking to him, and I was like, "You know what? Just come with me. You can come to my apartment." So I let him come over here, and I prayed over him. And he said the days that he was here, he was fasting, and he said that's the best sleep he's gotten in a while, due to the prayers, of course. But while we were here, we were talking to one another, and he gave me a testimony of how someone walked up to him and told him that he needs to repent from his sins and follow God, basically. But somebody also gave him a number. Well, the previous night before he told me about someone giving him the number, God gave me a number in my dream, and the number was 56. And I'm actually going to look this up right now. 56. The number was 56. The number 56 is only mentioned once in the Bible. The number 56 is mentioned in Ezra 2:22. Ezra 2:22. It says the men of Netophah 56, right? So I looked up Netophah. I said, okay, what is Netophah? The men of Netophah 56. Netophah is mentioned 2 times in the Bible, and the second time that it's mentioned is at Nehemiah 7, verse 26. Nehemiah 7, verse 26 says, the men of Bethlehem and Netophah 188. How God works with me, he works with me in numbers, right, guys? So I then searched 100. Okay, whenever I got to this point, it was like I needed another piece to the puzzle. So I said, okay. So I just sat and I talked to my brother and I was like, God gave me the number 56. And he was like, somebody gave me a number a couple of years ago. The number was, I believe it was 139. I said 139. I know it was in Ezra 2. Ezra 2:42. Let me get to it. Okay. Ezra 2:42. My brother told me that somebody gave him the number 128. I searched the number 128 and it took me to Ezra 2:41 through 42. Ezra 2:41-42 says, the singers, the sons of Asaph, 128. The sons of the gatekeepers, oh no, 128 was not the number, guys. Ezra 2:42, not 41. Ezra 2:42 says, and the number was 139. The number that he had was 139 because I see it now. It says, the sons of the gatekeepers, the sons of Shalom, the sons of Ader, the sons of Talem, the sons of Akub, the sons of Hatiah, and the sons of Shobai, 139 in all. The sons of the gatekeepers. The sons of the gatekeepers. So, y'all, I kept looking, right? And I looked up gatekeepers. I was like, what are gatekeepers? The gatekeepers are the intercessors, the prophetic intercessors, the forerunners, the watchmen, the prophets of the Bible. So that night, God gave me the dream of the number 56. I woke up and I came to discuss with my little brother who God allowed to come here to go into fasting so he can get back on the right track with him. And he tells me that God gave him, through a person 3 years ago, the number 139. The number 139, y'all. The number 139 to my number 56 all come and pointed to the mighty men in the office of government that work for King David. So me and my brother are both in the military. He's in the Army National Guard. I'm prior service Army National Guard. I'm in the Army Reserves right now. I find it quite interesting that in this time, in a time that's, I can say, the hardest time of my life, because as a first generation, since 6 generations ago, believer, it's hard, and it's definitely hard when you're by yourself and you feel like you're isolated from your family. I'm the second oldest of 7, so I'm always around a lot of people. So whenever I was going in the wilderness, I felt so alone. But now, last night, God confirmed to me that my little brother is my Aaron. I'm Moses and he's Aaron. And I'm just thankful that he's raised him up in such a time as this, because it's a beautiful feeling to have someone else that's called, that answers a call with you. Because we bounce off of each other right now. Like right now, he's getting so much insight from the Father. And see, the men have a different mission than us in this generation, guys. We're all called to be believers in Christ. But I believe that God is doing healing with the women, and the men are casting out demons. He's doing healing with women, so women are going to be healing and also ministering, but the men are going to be casting out the demons. Um, but just know that if you have not ran into your errand just yet in your family or immediate friends, guys, know that God is working. He is working. Like He worked in my life that I did not have to do this alone. As a matter of fact, my brother gave me this cake. I'm gonna go get the box because he had gave me a card with this cake. Let me get it. Oh man. Actually, let me look at this phone. Um, Man, it was from Thessalonians. Let me see. This is his verse that he loves too, guys. So for my birthday, he bought me this cake. And he actually came to my job and sang a song to me with his guitar because we're musicians. We're worshipers and musicians. But Ecclesiastes 4 and 9, he put this on my birthday card. This is what he put. 2 big sis from Lil Bro. And it says, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. And I find it to be so amazing because, guys, y'all don't know that he's sending y'all some divine help. But it's going to be divine help and familiarity because you're going to have a person that you might have grown up with that's going to be able to be there for you to lean on because 2 is better than 1. It's better than, it took me a while, to actually get to that point because I had to just go back to my family for restoration. And he understood what was going on because God had been called him and he had a call on his life as well. But with his understanding and his obedience, I now have a partner in this thing. I don't have to do it by myself. But I pray that you guys get that as well. God is doing a new thing, y'all. And he's not going to let y'all do it by yourselves. Y'all going to get some assistance. You're going to get some divine help. I pray that y'all have a blessed one. And I pray that y'all test the spirits too again. Y'all have a good one. Good night.